Welcome to Duncan Ford Lincoln Mazda in Blacksburg, Virginia. This is our service department, and today we will be covering the works service in our service department on the Lincoln MKZ. My name is Richard Turbin. I'm a service technician here at Duncan Ford. The first things we do in the works package, this one here will be particularly a 5K service, 5,000 mile service. We check your fluid levels, we check your coolant. Your coolant is very important to the engine. Keeps the engine temperature at normal operating. Wintertime, it does not freeze. We check the coolant and make sure that it's at a normal level and that it's still good. Your coolant generally lasts 100,000, 5 years. Coolant in this vehicle is at normal. Next thing we do top off the washer fluid. Another important thing, washer fluid helps your windshield for bugs, any debris, keeps it very visible and clean to see, makes driving very safe. Another important thing that we do check is your brake fluid. We want to make sure that's at a normal level. Brake fluid is very crucial for your braking system. That is what stops your car. Next important thing that we do check here is your air filter. We do check the air filter to make sure that it is clean. This is a very vital component to your engine. This air filter shows signs of dirt, which is also very bad for your engine. It stops up air going into your engine, can cause problems down the road. I would recommend replacing that on our multi-point inspection. The next thing we do check your battery. Battery is a very important component to your vehicle. Starting, right now we're getting ready to go into the fall months, winter. Very crucial. We do check the battery to make sure that the battery is at a normal operation. Battery is very important from your headlights, starting your vehicle, your heat, computer modules. These cars are very complex. We will take our battery tester, fully digital. This battery is a 590 cold cranking amp battery. This battery shows that's a good battery. So great news, no problems here. This battery does not need to be replaced at this time. Next important thing, we're wanting to start for the oil change process. We remove the oil cap. This car shows that it does take 5W30, which is very important that you do get that correct, because this engine is a turbocharged EcoBoost engine. 5W30 is the correct oil specifications for this engine. We do pull the dipstick. This is very important to checking the amount of oil that is in the vehicle. We want to double check, make sure that this oil isn't really low prior to service. The oil is at normal level. That's good. That shows that this engine is probably not burning or leaking. And the next thing we do prior to an oil change service is we do want to check the functions of your lights. We want to make sure that all lights are at normal operation. We have no blown bulbs or anything. That is very important, especially at nighttime. If another driver cannot see you, it's a safety hazard. So let's walk around, let's do a light check. First thing we want to do is we want to sound the horn. We'll make sure the horn that works. Horn works. We also want to check your front lights, your marker lights, fog lights. This car does not have fog lights. Can I get it low beam, high beam, please? Turn signals. Yes, sir. Yep. Correct. We'll continue walking around the vehicle. We want to make sure that all side markers, all LED lights are working. Some vehicles have lights in the mirrors. This vehicle particularly does not. We want to check for any dents, scratches that could be caused in the vehicle prior to service. We want to walk around to the rear. We want to check the rear lights, tag lights, turn signals. Turn signals are working. Turn signals are fine. Tag light works. We do also want to check reverse. Reverse light works. That's very important for at nighttime when trying to see when backing up. Also, not only does it help you see, but it also lets people know that's behind you that you are backing up. It's a big safety concern. Marker lights. A lot of marker lights. People help see you from the side of your vehicle. Some vehicles do have lights in here. This one here is a reflector. It helps people also see the front side of your vehicle at nighttime. Once we have the vehicle lift set, and we do make sure that it is safely to raise, we begin to raise the vehicle off the ground. Once the vehicle is raised off the ground, the next thing we will do here is we would measure your tire tread depth. That's very important. 230 seconds is about time where your tires need to be replaced. Ford generally recommends about 3 millimeters, 330 seconds to replace your tires. This vehicle here, we will begin measuring the tire tread depth with the tire tread depth tool. This tire shows to be at 630 seconds, which is still good. A lot of life left. There's about half life left on these tires. We will need about future assistance in replacing these rear tires soon for about 530 seconds. Still no problem. The next step is we will begin to rotate these tires. Next step is we rotate your tires and check your brakes. Checking your brakes is very important in the service. Checking brake pad thickness is very important. We are using a Ford recommended tool. This measures brake pad thickness, and it's already coded from red, yellow to green. Red, immediate attention; yellow, future attention; green, almost new, great condition. Brake pads are very important to the vehicle in the stopping process, especially your rotors. We also want to inspect to make sure your rotors are good. This car has been setting for a while. As you can see, a little bit of corrosion. No big deal. That does wear off. These brake pads are setting about 4 millimeters, which do not have to be replaced immediately, but will need future attention. Okay. Our next step is, prior to rotating the tires, we do torque each lug nut with an impact gun. I torqued this vehicle about 110 foot-pounds. This is very, very important. Torquing the wheel ensures that the wheel will stay on the vehicle by going down the road. Also, over-torquing can cause problems. Breaking studs would also revolve into future replacement. Next up, we move to the front of the vehicle. We check the front brake pads. Same as the rear, we'll make sure that the front brake pads are within specification of manufacturer. Again, Ford recommends replacing these pads at 3 millimeters. These brake pads are like brand new and will not need future attention. Our next step is for the oil change process. Once the vehicle is initially raised, we walk under your vehicle and inspect your drivetrain, your axles, suspension. We'll make sure that no shocks are leaking or damaged. We also want to inspect your exhaust. The exhaust looks good. We want to inspect it for corrosion, leaks, any hanger mounts are broke. We also want to inspect the fuel tank components, any undershields. Make sure there's no rattling. Next step is inspecting the muffler. That's what quietens your vehicle. There's no problems on this vehicle here. No wires damaged, no brake lines leaking. All part of Ford multi-point inspection report card. So our next step is we remove the shield.
Justin Lee, stop 3099, Justin, stop 3099.
We will inspect for any leaks. This vehicle shows no signs of any leaks, coolant, oil leaks. This particular vehicle does not have power steering. This is an electronic power steering vehicle. We do inspect for transmission leaks. No problems. Next step is we begin draining the oil. When replacing your oil filter, we do use original parts from the manufacturer, OEM, Ford Motorcraft. We do get these parts from our own parts dealer. Genuine OEM service. Once the oil filter is fully drained, then we replace it. Once we replace your oil filter, we spray your engine out brake clean. Gets rid of all oil residue from the engine. This process prevents oil dripping into your splash shield and on your driveway. Next step is we reinstall your drain plug. Next step of this service, we reinstall your engine splash shield protective cover. Our next step and last step of the works package is installing the oil. We are using original equipment Motorcraft 5W30 from our on-site parts dealer. This particular vehicle holds 5.7 gallons. I always install the cap to where the number and the labels and everything are facing you. And finally, we check the oil. We want to make sure that the oil level is correct. And then we clean off any excess oil that may have been spilt on your engine cover. And that's the Duncan difference.